Justice League 53, Joshua Wilson writing and Zermanico on the art. This is our first in a 5-part tie-in story to
Doom Metal.
To Death Metal, called Doom Metal, yeah. So, which obviously is the most exciting Justice League's been, even though I enjoyed some of the fill-in stuff that they've been doing, this is definitely the most relevant and interesting it's been.
It's tying into Metal, which honestly has been a really fun event so far, and most of the tie-ins have been at least enjoyable.
You know,
yeah.
Joe, I was looking at this cover again, Matt. Do you know what Nightwing is kind of looking like on there to me with his garb? I'm getting some sort of like Warhorse vibes to the wrestler.
Yeah.
What is it? Was it the last Metal where we got Nightwing in the other outfit? I think it was like the Frozen outfit, maybe.
Oh yeah, he had like an outfit in the first Metal. You're right. Yeah, he did.
And I don't know what it is with Metals just giving Nightwing crazy outfits. I think it might have been Liam Sharp that did that one as well. He did the cover here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm all for it.
No, it does.
Yeah. Nightwing rules ass.
So this, it does. He literally does. So this is it starts off with like a flashback of the first time Dick saw the Justice League, which was by accident. He was actually just trying to sneak up on Batman to prove that he could. But then when Batman got out the Batmobile, it turns out he was at a Justice League meeting. He was like, shit, I don't want to sneak out now. I'll just have to hide.
I love that the second panel of this issue is a young Dick Grayson clinging onto the underside of the Batmobile as it speeds down the road.
He's a very athletic young individual, you know?
No, he is, but also just to see if he could is the most Dick Grayson. Right there is more Dick Grayson than we've gotten in the last 2 years.
I know. Nice touch as well that the Justice League has Hal Jordan there, because it's meant to be obviously back in Dick's days as Robin, so it makes sense. So it talks about how the Justice League would achieve all these things, which sets us up into the Doom Metal, where he's now on Earth. He's got a robot horse, which he got from Themyscira. Diana gave it to him because she's generous that way.
Which checks out. That's something Hephaestus would have made, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So so that all goes.
Yeah, and Dick's looking for Detective Chimp, for Bobo, to help find where the throne is, because the throne, which is made up of the Legion of Doom, which are powering Perpetua's throne, they want to try and take that away. That's his mission, his team's mission. And Hawkgirl also shows up here, of course, as well. Some action with them fighting some of these...
So I don't know if you guys have
Creepers?
read Birthright, the
nope.
his book, Williamson's.
No.
But it features a barbarian, dark-haired hero and a winged lady that swings around and beats people.
So this feels familiar, is what you're saying.
Big Birthright vibes, just from the get-go. And I'm behind on that book because of the pandemic and whatnot. So I have them stacked up to read. But yeah, man, she his Hawkgirls remind me of Raya, and then his Nightwing looks like Mikey. So it was just he's right into his groove. So if you
does anyone in Birthright have a robot horse?
No robot horse. There's plenty of other fantasy. You would like the book a lot, Connor, if you get some time with all of the other stuff. Yeah. But so yeah, if you enjoy this and you're listening, go check out Birthright, because it's much more of this without superheroes, of course.
I will say that's probably the most I've been interested in Birthright. Not that I ever thought it was bad, but you know, Williamson I liked for the most part. Obviously, I fell out with his Flash after a while, but I still overall liked Williamson.
Yeah, Batman Superman's been good, and
but I never had any drive to check out his Birthright book. But you saying that this kind of hits similar vibes has me interested.
Yeah. So
Mike's going. So, basically, Bobo is not really wanting to help. He's basically given up and thinks that there's no hope of anything ever changing or getting better.
Giving in.
But Dick and Hawkgirl basically encourage him to get him to help, because he is, of course, a good detective. And they go to the Hall of Justice, and they're upset to find that what he's actually led them to is Lex Luthor. And I think it's really interesting here that we're using sort of the team led by Dick Grayson to sort of interact with Luthor on the side of this, where Luthor now obviously wants to take down Perpetua now that he feels wronged. And it's interesting hearing him talk about becoming Apex Lex now, kind of in hindsight, that he's kind of like beyond that now. And I don't know, intriguing to see how they tackle this, but very much an uneasy alliance is going to be forming here. And he does talk about the protection that the throne has which does keep moving to avoid attack.
Right.
But its protector is a creation built out of the Guardians of the Source Ball. It's called the Omega Knight. So if you were sick of new versions of Batman,
but you know what? It checks out in what they're doing in Death Metal. It's consistency.
It felt
You know?
reminiscent of like a callback to the very first pages of the first Metal with the Megazord Justice League.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But yeah, no, I know I can see them like I'm all over the place, but I do like when they go out of their way, like Black Monday, the Solomon Grundy Batman, like that's just fun, right? And here with the Omega Knight, it's the same thing, and it's pulling it back to No Justice, because these are those things, right, that were coming.
This is what that event, that 4-issue, was all about.
So I like that.
Yeah. So the ending is basically like saying that Martian Manhunter's already tried. He's already on his way to fight and try and take the throne. And the last page is this full page spread of Martian Manhunter fighting the Mindhunter, which is the Dark Bat version of Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. Shout out to the art a little bit just before that, where Lex is telling the story. He hasn't named Martian Manhunter yet, but he says, a hero went to free them. And you just see the silhouette, and immediately, just from the silhouette, the way the cape is, I was like, that's Martian Manhunter.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you see it without silhouette, but it's still from behind in the next page. He's very small in the frame, but you can sort of start to see more of him, and then the final page actually reveals it. So, yeah, I mean, it's mostly a setup issue. It's setting the table for what the goal of this book is, what the mission for these characters are. I assume more are going to join along the way. In fact, I think there might be more on some of the covers that we've already seen. And
probably.
Yeah, they're going after this throne. So it gives them a clear mission. It gives a lot of these characters something to do. It is kind of interesting how obviously this is set after Dick coming back, because he's Nightwing again, right? We're not doing any of this
Yeah,
recreation
there's a whole
crap.
bit about that Bobo is just like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't ask for your life story. I just asked why you had a metal horse.
Yeah. Just real quick, if Mindhunter is an amalgam of Martian Manhunter and Bruce Wayne, do you have to set his parents on fire to defeat him?
That's very dark. But
I'm just saying, like,
maybe this Batman Mindhunter, his parents weren't shot; they were burnt at the stake. And that that's why his biggest fear isn't guns; it's fire.
It's fire.
I can see it. I can see it. This was a fine tie-in issue. I'm going to enjoy this as supplemental material. It doesn't feel like a misread by any means, but
no, it's
it
definitely
was fun though, and I think having great art really helps. I hope Zamanico's on most of it, if not all.
Yeah, this is the Williamson that I know and love from before he took over Flash, and
Kind of pulpy adventure.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, he has done Nailbiter too, which gets into more psychological horror tropes, but I think it's pretty pulpy as well. So the fact like this is like this fun, even though it's called doom metal, I'm sure it's gonna get dark. But like it's him riding a metal horse, talking with Detective Chimp. Like how much more do I need?
It's like a dystopian fantasy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the genre I would describe it as,
Yeah.
and I'm here for that.
all right, Matt, what are you giving it?
I'm gonna give this an 8.5. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Plus, the Romanico art. Can't talk about that enough. But yeah.
I'm gonna go with the 8. I think it probably would have been a 7.5 if it weren't for Zamanico, pulling it up.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the lowest here. Go to a straight 7. I thought it was an enjoyable read. Good art. I like the tie-in stuff. Yeah, it's definitely the weakest thing I read this week, though, overall, which is the sign of a good. I mean, it's only 4 books, admittedly, but hey, good week. I was very pleased with a lot of pretty much all the books I read this week. So that's good news.